What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve, finally back with another video. I know it's been about a week. I did have the live stream on Monday. You have seen me popping in on the live drive, for short periods of time, just talking about the hobby, sports, playoffs, just the fun stuff. Today's video, I'm going to discuss my experience at the Philadelphia show, which I only attended one day. So remember, everything I'm talking about is just what I saw on a Sunday, okay, the last day of the show, only for maybe a 3 hour to 3.5 hour time period, because I got there around noon and the show was over at 3. So I was hard pressed for time, things like that. I'm going to cover the show, some takeaways from the show, comparisons to Dallas. Even though it's quite a bit of a smaller show, it is still a pretty big show on the East Coast, especially in the Northeast. If I have time, I'll also show you some of the items that I picked up. If not, that'll be in another video, because I have some stuff coming in the mail, and I might just do a video with all my mail stuff and my Philly pickups, just showing you guys some cards and a lot less, talking about things. Before I get into that, I got some important announcements to make for the channel. I do have the TikTok, guys. If you're on TikTok, make sure you go over there and check me out. Pretty much everything's under Flipping Steve. Every once in a while, I'll take one of my new cards and just kind of like put some music behind it, show it. You don't have to look at my face at all. It's just a card with some music. What's better than cards and music? Second of all, Instagram, guys. Follow me on Instagram, because I post a lot of the cards that I buy, sometimes as I buy them, and you'll see new items and stuff that I'm picking up on Instagram. It costs nothing to chill on Instagram and just hang out, come over, check out some cards as I take pictures and things like that. Do have the Facebook link. One big announcement that I do want to make to the channel is that I have started dabbling in the market movers. I do believe it's a tool that I haven't used in the past. I've started using it a little bit due to the fact that the market is down, and I myself want to be a buyer, and I believe that the tool will help me, establish a basement, or see when the basement establishes on certain players and certain cards that I'm looking at. It's easier to buy and sell when the market is high and such. Everybody knows that. You really don't need lots of things saying, hey, everything's hot. But when you're a buyer, and buying at the lowest point is very important when it comes to profit margins. I do believe that I'm going to get some help out of the Market Movers tool. They did reach out to me. I do have an affiliate link that I'm going to drop. If you want to check it out, cool. If not, cool. But the option is there. It will help the channel. You'll get a 20% discount. I get a little kickback. You scratch my back, I scratch yours type deal. No biggie, but the option is there if you want to check it out. I'm curious about it. I'm going to see how the first month goes. With that being said, guys, if you missed the live stream, I'm doing a giveaway, guys. I'm giving away 2 nights at the National. All right. So far, I have booked and paid for the hotel and gotten a VIP pass that'll allow you early entry and to get the goodie bag that you get from the National and things like that. The VIP pass, I believe it also might come with 12 autograph tickets if you want to stand in line and get autographs. But I will be giving that away, yes, guys. And I know I'm a small channel, and I talked about this on the live stream and got unbelievable support from you guys. Are absolute beasts. But any revenue that I'm trying to make off the channel, I'm trying to generate to give it back to you guys in whatever form I can do it in, whether it's more giveaways or better giveaways. I do tons and tons of giveaways. For instance, this was just given away on the live stream. Basketball collector. I'll drop your name on here. You were the winner, and you got to claim within a week, or I'm going to re-choose the winner, guys. But yeah. And I've coming out of my pocket to try to bring someone to the National and give someone an experience, someone who's not, maybe a little less fortunate in these tough times, to be able to come out and enjoy themselves, hang out for a little bit. 2 days, the Friday and Saturday, the biggest days of the show. And yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I will announce in another video how I'm gonna do that giveaway. But if you see me adding small things to the channel, like affiliate link or something, I'm not gonna shove it down your throat. I'm just trying to be able to use it to kick back something towards you guys. All that stuff out of the way, like, subscribe. Let's go ahead and talk about the Philly show. Okay, now that I've wasted 5 minutes of your time, blah, 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 with everything else, let's talk Philly. So, first thing is, it was busy. It was busy on a Sunday. I was talking to the vendors. They said they had great weekends, great Sundays. People were selling in the morning. One thing that I did notice, the difference between Philly and Dallas, was the lack of content creators and just more buying and selling and trading, stuff actually going on, transactions actually being made, and not just people hanging out, for a good time. It was a good time, but in my definition of a good time is all of it, hanging out, but also the cards got to be involved. So stuff was actually being bought. I sold $1,000 worth of inventory of mine to one vendor. And it was not super high-end stuff, guys. Some of the lower-end stuff was moving, smaller parallels, like reds, red waves, unnumbered stuff, retail parallels, like Target and Walmart have their certain colors and things like that. That stuff was selling. It didn't have to be high-end stuff, and it was moving, which is good because you got to have those liquid parallels. That stuff was moving, and the high-end stuff was moving. Not as much money at the Philly show, but you do see that there is still a market, on some of the low-end cards. I was able to actually sell some of mine off to a vendor. The other thing is certain players. I saw hardly any Zion stuff, not much LeBron in the way of the Topps Chrome card because it's really down, and not much in the way of Michael Jordan Fleers as they were really down. They're really down in the market. So it seems to me like people are holding on to those, actually asking to buy. I had multiple tables say, hey, you have any LeBron Topps Chromes? Specifically that card, I do believe that card might be establishing a market based on what I'm hearing at the shows. I mean, not a market, but a basement based on what I'm hearing at the shows, because it's looking like the vendors are looking to buy at around this $4,000 price point, which means if the vendors are looking to buy, then they're going to start buying them up online. They're going to start buying them up at shows. And that the basement is just basically going to be established if that's a card that you're looking for. Again, didn't want to get off on any certain card, but just a trend that I'm noticing because it is a very popular card. Soccer, not a whole lot for sale. Didn't see much of it out. Vendors would ask me, is there anything specific you're looking for? I was like, I'm looking for some soccer because I'm looking to stash some soccer. Their same response was, we're stashing our soccer. So right now, I think a lot of soccer is not for sale due to the fact that there's major events coming up within the year. Euros have started now, World Cup coming up. So I'm out there trying to land a couple nice U.S. men's national team cards, and the vendors aren't looking to sell a whole lot right now. So keep that in mind if that's something that you're looking at that I'm taking out of the Philly show. Also, it was a very diverse show, lots of football, modern football. Kyler Murray was still popular. Didn't see a whole lot of Patrick Mahomes movement, but that's because I didn't actually see a lot of his cards, and his stuff is expensive. But lots of Kyler Murray movement. I saw Daniel Jones movement, Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott, both popular at this show. And no, Carson Wentz doesn't still play for Philly. So, you could say, yeah, you're in Philly, Carson Wentz stuff is going to be popular, but it wasn't. People, are starting to realize that some of these quarterbacks have low price points, and it's worth the gamble at maybe getting in. That's what I'm starting to notice. I actually sold a Dak Prescott optic base and a select base of Carson Wentz. So that was just 2 base rookie cards, and I know everybody's hating base, but a vendor bought those off of me in a PSA 10. There was also lots of vintage baseball going on. I don't know how much of it was moving. I bought a card myself. I will show you later. If you haven't seen, it's been on Instagram, and it's been on my live stream. So if you haven't seen, since Sunday, then you just don't follow me everywhere. But you will see maybe by the end of this video, if I have, time permitting. I want to talk about the grading companies, guys. I saw no CSG stuff. CSG, I just didn't see, and I'm not rhyming, but PSA was selling. BGS was selling. SGC was actually surprisingly moving better. Okay, well, maybe not surprisingly, but it was moving better at this show than it was in Dallas. There was more of it out, which means there's more getting into the market, which you will see, as more and more SGC slabs or other company slabs get into the market, they will gain a little bit more popularity because people just see them more and they become more acceptable. So I did see some good SGC slabs moving. Not at PSA prices, however, they were moving, maybe a little bit more liquidity, which is a good thing. HGA, however, I didn't see many slabs, and I was carrying an HGA Zion courtside with me in a 9.5. rookie select courtside of Zion. So popular player that everybody was asking about, and a popular card. The courtside select is one of the most popular cards that Zion has out there, and all the vendors skip right over that card. Every time they would look to buy stuff off me, they would pull out all of my Zions and say, what do you want for these? However, none of them asked me about the Zion into HGC slab. So when I look at a very popular card of a very popular player, and the show, people at the show showing it no interest, to me, it feels like it has become a niche market for the people who want the labels, maybe more PC oriented. Again, that's just another takeaway from this small show, and things could change, and hopefully they do, because we need more options. But I just want to put that out there because I got a lot of questions from people asking about slabs and how they're moving at the show and certain companies. And I can tell you that SGC has gained some steam. CSG was non-existent, and HGA didn't seem to be generating much interest. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Again, like I said, there was more people buying, vendors buying, and I got 80% comps for the cards that I sold. I got 80% comp. So yeah, the market is down, but to get 80% comp in comparison to Dallas, where I was being offered 65% comp, maybe I could talk my way into 70 if I negotiated, but more buyers offering more money for your cards. It wasn't just, hey, let's trade. It was, let's buy, let's sell. I saw a lot more cash transactions going on at this smaller show than I saw at the bigger show in Dallas. I don't know if it's because of the value of the cards, maybe because the cards were more affordable and more liquid items. Maybe that's why. But, I'm going to say maybe that had a little bit to do with it, because Dallas just seemed like a big showcase for who has the best cards in the world, but maybe not selling. But anyway, that's some of the stuff I wanted to give my feedback on the Philly show. I will show you some of my pickups really quickly. I'm going to breeze right through these. First crazy pickup that I had was a Michael Jackson. Yes, Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Yeah, rumors that Billie Jean may be Diana Ross. Have to look into that. But I picked up this Michael Jackson relic card. Just never seen anything like that. You guys know how I am when I see something that and this was event worn actually by him. I don't know if that's good or bad, but when I see something that I never see, I buy it. Next up, I picked up these 3 cards from the same seller. This is a Gem Mint 10 Refractor Auto Rookie of Austin Meadows. I don't have very good lighting, so when I do my recent pickup videos, you'll get to see these better. Next up is an Al Pacino, The Godfather, Tony Montana, Scarface. Auto in a 10. And these autos are super hard to find, period, let alone in a 10, because he signed off the sticker on a lot of them. I did my research on this before I bought it. Just not an easy find. I had to buy it again. When I see stuff that I hardly ever see, I buy it. And the final card from that table was a Dan Marino National Treasures. I wanted to get an NT auto of Marino. This is graded in an 8. However, I got a good deal on it, and it's a nice, big, fat signature. It's actually, I just realized this. This is numbered out of 13. Says it right down here on the bottom. I never even noticed this till this video. I bought this thinking, it wasn't numbered. That makes it even better. Anyway, this was stickered at $500, but I got a deal because I bought multiple cards off of the same seller. And it was I'll link them below because they actually had some awesome stuff. Black Jaded Wolf, I believe is the name. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but you can follow them on Instagram. Really good deals, really friendly. And I picked up these 3 cards. They quoted me $160 on this, $500 on this, and $400 on this. So we were at $900 on these 2, and then $1,060 total. I got all 3 for $900. So $900 for these 3 cards. And last but not least, my final pickup before I left the show, I had done some research. I had asked a lot of the vintage sellers what I should look for because I don't know anything about baseball vintage, but I picked myself up a 1954 Topps Jackie Robinson. Again, I'm looking for American historic value, not just sports. I'm looking for American history as well as sports history. Jackie Robinson covers both in my book. and forever etched in history of baseball and America. Got this in an SGC4. I was looking for a 3. However, I couldn't really find one. The 3 was more or less in my budget, but I come out, like an extra $100 to get a 4. The dealer wanted $1,200. We did some negotiating. I ended up settling at around $950, which was around the most recent comp. However, it's hard to find comps on stuff like this, but you can still see the $1,200 sticker on the back. I picked this up for $950. I did 1,000 in sales, spent some money, had fun, took away some stuff, to maybe educate myself and yourself, on what's going on in the market right now. Not much soccer being sold. People looking for Zion. People looking for LeBron Chromes. Not necessarily selling that stuff because the market is down and they want to buy into this dip. There was more people buying in Philly. Hopefully that carries over into the National, which is actually some cash trading hands. And the grading companies. PSA, BGS, SGC gaining steam. HGA just stuck in a rut. And CSG nowhere to be found. Again, guys, make sure you like, subscribe. Get those notifications on so you can check the video of when I decide on how we're going to do this giveaway and get more details to go to 2 nights at the National, Friday and Saturday. I will pay for the hotel, the VIP pass, and if I can generate a little bit more income from the channel, maybe have some cash, some spending cash to give away, cover your Uber rides. Don't know what I'm going to do about airfare and things like that because it's kind of sketchy buying things like that. I'm not a travel agent, so I don't know how that stuff works. But again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Check out the TikTok. Check out the Instagram. If Market Mover sparked your interest like it has recently with me to an extent, click the link below. You'll help me out. You'll get a discount. Until next time, guys, good luck in your investing, and I will see you later.